Well, hello there and good afternoon. Thank you for joining me. I am Frost PDP, and today we're talking about Doom. This is a Frost Thoughts, and honestly, I had a better video halfway done, but then it got erased because Windows Movie Maker sucks, and I can't really afford anything good. So, first I have to start with the obvious. When I tried to stream Doom when I first got it about a week ago, I did so finding out very quickly that there's a problem with AMD cards. Now I'm running an R9 series card, pretty good one. I mean, 4 gigabytes of video memory. Like, this is what I got it for. And turns out AMD cards can't record Doom worth of crap using anything. OBS, Raptor, nothing. It all crashes. NVIDIA cards work fine. In fact, Shadowplay works great apparently, but I don't have an NVIDIA card, and I can't go out and buy one and install one and then try to run 2 separate video cards. That makes no sense, you know? So the very first thing I have to say is that I would have been recording Doom while I played it this whole time, but yeah, that's not happening. I also haven't finished the game completely yet, and I'm only playing it on Hurt Me Plenty because I am a rookie at this game. I'm not a pro, and that's just the way it breaks out, right? But is the game any good? It's probably the thing that most people who haven't made a decision about it want to make a decision. Well, I guarantee you that the lack of AMD streaming is going to kill it in terms of long-term viability. If you're looking for a game that's going to have a lot of multiplayer stuff going on where you can watch what's being played, like, this isn't it. I haven't even tested the multiplayer. You're just not going to have the same what's the word? It's not ambiguity, but it sounds like ambiguity. Anyway, it's not going to have the same ubiquity that all of these other shooters like Battlefield 1 are going to have because people like me can't stream it. You know, Paradox just released Stellaris, and that was the other game I was thinking of buying, but I decided against it, just like I decided against buying Master of Orion at this time because I'm short on money, and I'm basically just trying to get by until the end of the school year when I might have time to actually play games. So, from that perspective, I think it's clear that I don't really want to spend money on a game that I can't do anything with. So I've been playing Doom. I've been enjoying it because I have it now. There's no getting out of it, but I haven't been streaming it because I haven't been streaming it because I can't stream it, which sucks because I would have loved to do like my playthrough of each episode as a live stream and just done a live stream of each, level of Doom once a week or twice a week, and that would have been great. But I can't do it. And there's a lot of things I could say about the game that I could really only say by demonstrating, like, oh, the imps, over the course of the game, they start off with just very basic attacks. They either punch you or they throw a fireball. Then they start throwing 2 fireballs. Then they can throw fireballs while they're running around and jumping on things, and the enemy becomes more efficient as you go on. Meaning, the strategies that work on level 2 or 3 will not work the same, even against the same enemies, in a similar situation, further on down the game. Early game I could just pop people's head off with the pistol and not have a problem. Now, like, I walk around with the shotgun out, because that's the only weapon that can one-shot kill most imps, and I find imps are one of the more dangerous enemies. The possessed soldiers used to be dangerous. Now they're really not to me, and unless they've got the shield in front of them, then they're kind of problematic. Still haven't found a good way to deal with that. I will say the game reminds me of early Halo, and while I haven't had a chance to play co-op multiplayer, if I could, and it was like Halo 1 and 2, I would be, like, in love with the game. I'd absolutely demand my friends buy it and we'd play it, except we can't stream it, so we can't do that. So you can see one of the central problems for me is that when I get time, I like to stream my games because I have a channel that people expect something out of once in a while, and it's not always going to be Crusader Kings, guys. I like Crusader Kings, but I'm really tired of this Justinian campaign, mainly because Justinian just died, but also because I don't feel like with Threat being at 90% for the next 10 years, I'm going to really get anything done. I feel like I'm just going to sit there and click buttons, and that's not what it's about. I want an adventure. As far as other things to say, Doom is a good game. If you're a single-player person, buy it. be aware that it's super violent. Like it's a space marine fighting against the demons of hell. Okay, there's no joke here. This is the real deal. But that's okay because we're adults here. We can do that. And if you enjoyed the original Doom games, Doom 1 and Doom 2 in particular, and I spent most of my time on Doom 2, I would say definitely buy Doom because it's good. Just don't buy it with the expectation of streaming it unless you have Shadowplay and an NVIDIA card because that's it. That's the only thing that seems to work. And it's actually a real damn shame that there's no patch in the works from Bethseda or id. And this is my first Bethseda game, I think, ever. I think. I might have played, like, some Borderlands 2 once, if that's even Bethseda. I don't know. That's how little I know about most of the shooter game companies. I know EA and DICE. I know Activision and... yeah, they do Call of Duty, and EA and DICE do Battlefield. That's really about it, other than, like, Daybreak doing PlanetSide 2, because I play that a lot. I guess I'm going to have to play PlanetSide when I do streams, because I can't play Doom, even though they're both very different games, and I would really like to be playing Doom. Not that PlanetSide is bad, I just need a break from it. So anyway, those are my thoughts about Doom. Again, I'm not done with the game yet even, but I got up to the rocket launcher, and I have to say, it is about what I was hoping for. I was really afraid when I heard that Doom was coming out that they were going to go back to, like, oh, it's like Halo, you can only carry 2 or 3 guns. Like, no. You can cycle through, like, 15 weapons or whatever it is. That is beautiful. To me, that's great. You know, some level design issues exist where you don't know where the hell you're going, and that's a nuisance, but it's okay. It's not the end of the world. I'm not sure how my normal little shotgun shell becomes a grenade. I haven't figured that out yet, but it's cool. I feel like they could have done more with the Argent suit power-ups, like, you know, your screen gets all blurry for a little while and you scream. It's more than just a little lightning on your hand. But that's okay too. Like, I actually sort of like what they're doing with the game, and from a plot perspective, all I can really say is that it's enjoyable. I really do sort of like that. It feels like you actually do win battles even if you lose the war. So it's not like you're just fighting a horde of demons constantly trying to chase this bitch down, Olivia. You know, like, I feel like I got close to her at one point, but she had me locked out, and fine, whatever. It's cliche, but she even knows I'm there. It's not like she pretends I'm not there. Like, no, she's like, you couldn't have saved them. That was awesome. I'm like, yeah, okay, I guess I couldn't have. But I'm busy killing all of these things. Why am I thinking about saving them? Who knows what'll happen to her? I haven't killed her yet. I have a feeling I'll kill her, but not yet. Weapons are good. Enemies are inventive and enjoyable. The graphics are pretty freaking outstanding. But you can't record, so for me to show you that is impossible, which is a damn shame. You know, I tried this workaround where you played in windowed mode, but all that streamed was the audio, and I mean, for anyone who watched that, I'm sorry. It's just what it is. But that's all I can really think of to say. It's a good game. I didn't play Doom 3. I don't know if that was any good, but I heard it wasn't. This is the real successor to Doom, and it's a great start. I hope they make a Doom 5. I hope they fix Doom 4 to be compatible with, you know, open broadcaster service on an AMD card, because I think it's already too late, honestly. But if they had the ability to put out things, that would have been really good. If you had the ability to seriously do all of the streaming things that have made games like League of Legends what they are, you know, Dota, Smite, Tribes Ascend is still alive. All these games that I play and that other people play, if they hadn't messed that up, I think it would have been an incredible game. I think it would have gotten a huge community behind it because it's something different. It's not a war shooter. It's not even Halo where you're fighting aliens, or Borderlands where you're fighting just crazy people. Like, you're fighting the armies of hell. This is what Doom is about, and the fact that they can't get this right really disappoints me, because this was how you were going to build this franchise into something new. I hate to say it, but social media is where video gaming is at. They are merged together. That is why systems like the PlayStation 3 and 4 have had social media as a precedent. A lot of us older gamers said, "Oh, come on, man, I just want to play the game." But here's the thing. PewDiePie. Do I need to say any more? Playing video games is how other gamers become aware of your things. If I play a game and people watch me play Doom, and they're usually playing Crusader Kings, but I get 50 of them, just 50 of them. I don't get big views here. 50 of them come by and they say, "Hey, this Doom game looks pretty cool," and half of them buy it because people who play Crusader Kings tend to have a little more money because it's an older person game. That's a broad generalization. I could be dead wrong, but I look at the people who stream it and I say these are the people who have the money to afford it and can afford all of the various DLC. If you can stream CK2 and play CK2, you have money. At least enough to maybe go out and buy a different game once in a while. If I could have shown that to my viewers, if somebody like Scott Manley or Arumba could have been like, "Oh, this is Doom, it's completely different, but I'm playing it because it's fun," that would have been great. And I think Arumba could because I think he's on OpenGL, but I don't know. I think he's NVIDIA, I don't know. And it's just like, alright, the CK2 community is adult, that's your target audience. They all have played Doom in the past, and if they could just see what they're missing, they would probably be like, "Oh shit, this game doesn't look like crap, it looks really fun." They would have gone out and bought it and played multiplayer and streamed it on their own and built up the thing that Paradox Studios has done and Daybreak Studios is doing. I mean, Daybreak took a guy who just made videos about the game named Rel and made him a developer so that he could be a sort of go-between for the long-standing player base that sinks money into a free-to-play game versus trying to get new people into new playing elements. That all comes about because of streaming. PlanetSide 2 may have been a dying game the first time I tried it, but now it's alive and well. Or at least it's something. Because there's new mechanics and there's people that are playing it and streaming it, and there's a new generation of people discovering, hey, this is free. But if I want more, I can put a little bit of money in. It's what free-to-play was supposed to be. Tribes Ascend has been trying to save itself, and Smite has certainly helped that happen. And even though I can't get those two games to work right now, and I've been trying to talk to Hi-Res Help, and they haven't been helping me, hint, hint, guys, it's a game that exists with a loyal player base. Now there's not a clone, it's the wrong term, because you used to call all first-person shooters Doom clones, and all open-world games Grand Theft Auto clones. I might start streaming Grand Theft Auto 5, by the way, when its new patch comes out on July 7th, I think it is. But I haven't played that in so long. I haven't played it since it was on the 360, so that would be a trip. But this is where it's at. This is how you keep your game alive now. If Doom is going to be based on the Season Pass model, which nearly got me to not buy the game, by the way. I nearly didn't buy it because I was like, I really don't want to have to think about, am I going to have all the DLC? Like, I'm buying Doom. It should all be in the box. But if they're going to do a Season Pass model, that's fine. They just have to have a continuing community for that. And the immediate word on Doom was, this isn't going to work. Why? A large part of it is, A, the campaign is really short, which I can't vouch for. I've been playing it for like 15 hours. I heard it's about 10 hours if you're good. Maybe I'm getting near the end, but there's so many monsters in the alternate cover that, unless they're not going to use those monsters, which would be a damn shame, I'm going to find something fun in this. I got a feeling I got a long way to go still in the campaign. I got a feeling that multiplayer would have been amazing if I'd been able to get a few friends or a few other streamers together and been like, yo guys, let's do like a multiplayer series where we all work together to play the game. Sort of like what every college person when I was in college would do with Halo. You'd have a bunch of people sitting at the TV in the dorm lounge room, maybe even 2 Xboxes hooked up to play PvP, but we'd get 4 controllers together if we could scrape it together. Everyone had to bring their own controller. If I had the Xbox, you had to bring your controller. And we'd have 2 or 4 or however many people we could playing Halo together as a team. I must have spent hours with my best friend playing Halo 2. Hours, days, weeks playing Halo 2 on the highest difficulty level just because it was easy to respawn. Like, the challenges were really difficult, but if you failed, you didn't get punished too much. So it encouraged you to keep trying. And we'd try the same scene 10, 15 times before we'd get through it. And Doom has all of these elements. But to bring it back together. It has all of these elements except the one that is the most necessary for 2016 gaming survival. Guys, you need to fix this. I can't put it another way. Fix this, because this is the last I'm going to talk about Doom. And once I finish that campaign, I'm done with the game unless I can do something with it for this channel. I'll be back to Crusader Kings. I'm sorry, it's the truth. So, it's on you guys. Bethseda, fix the problem with AMD streaming. If you don't do it and the game fails, I'm telling you right now why the game failed. It's because people like me and people who are much more renowned than me could not get it together and fix what is a seemingly simple issue. Now, maybe it's not. Maybe I just don't understand how the game is coded because I'm a teacher, not a video game programmer. But from my perspective, it seems like something you can fix. And they already had to release a pretty much day zero patch to fix an AMD problem in the first place. So maybe they're already on it. Or maybe they said, we fixed all the problems we're fixing, and the hell with you. And if you don't buy the game, too bad. Well, okay, fine. I won't buy your season pass. That's your money. And in the end, you'll put out a couple little patches, and it'll be remembered as a nice little thing that should have been so much better. As opposed to, wow, you have a multiplayer system that you can have competitions on because everyone can stream. You're going to have this game where you can really sit back and develop a community of people. And that won't happen unless you fix this. So guys, I'm about 16 and a half minutes in. No joke. Fix this. Thank you so much for joining me. If you enjoy these little Frost Thoughts videos, hit the like and the subscribe buttons, and I'll do them about old games, I'll do them about new games, I'll do them about game theories or, game design, whatever, interesting things you want me to talk about, I'll be happy to talk about. But until next time, as always, La Paz.